The hammock was discovered by the Spaniards when they encountered the Taino Indians. No one knows the exact origins of the hammock, but it would appear it was known for a very long time in the New World. Notice on the top of the narrow rectangle symbolic of the mercy seat is the repeated or sequenced symbol for danger or hurt. Why would this be between the cherub's open symbols and on top of the lid, which is also the mercy seat? Why would it be dangerous to either sit upon the mercy seat, between the cherubs, or open the lid? Some would say that all the mystical powers portrayed in the Ark are non-existent and nothing but legends, but from what I read there was and is a very real danger in opening it, let alone touching the Ark without authority or worthiness to do so. Assuming the narrow horizontal rectangle located within the body of the main glyph and on top is representation of the lid and or mercy seat, what is the same small narrow rectangle at the bottom? My guess would be it is representation of the table mentioned in Exodus 25 to 23. Now I have found over the years there are no mistakes in the glyphs. If one occurred, it was corrected by rubbing out the mistake and redoing it. I have never found an abnormality that didn't have meaning, and I mention this simply because at the right side of this bottom narrow horizontal rectangle, the bottom line curves and rises for some reason, which I do not know at this time. I mention it simply because I feel compelled to do so for future reference, and I am sure it will come to me before I am done writing this. Now we can turn to the little figure with his elbow touching the glyph which makes up the Ark. Can this little figure tell us anything? Let's find out. It might appear that this little figure doesn't say much, but I think you will find it still speaks volumes. The overall figure is formed with a symbol that took me many years to identify. Through trial and error several times over, I have come to the realization that it is the symbol lineage, genealogy, or descent from. As you know, this was and is very important to the house of Israel simply because of the context of the covenant made with them being the seed of Abraham. This is one thing I always admired about the Aztec. As far into iniquity they seem to have fallen, they never shirked their responsibility in documenting where they came from. However, obeying the conditions given in the covenant, they may have slacked off a bit. But considering their migrations span near 4,400 years, I'd say they did a pretty good job. Hawaiian lineage. In the breakdown list above and preceding photo you see the symbol for lineage. Notice the arms of the subject figure are in opposition and turned upward and in the position of doing and turning aside from. From what? Well, as I see it, they turned aside or fell from the genealogical teachings as to keeping the pure blood of Israel, indicated by the opposition in direction and indicated by the elbow touching the Ark. Thank you.